All right, guys, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, all depending on when and where you're logging in from. And welcome to this presentation of TRONCHAIN. How is everybody doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. We have so much going on in the eclipse-city ecosystem, and I'm just so excited to be here to present to you TRONCHAIN and how everything is going. Guys, we are going to jump straight into the presentation. Right now, time is precious for each and every one of us. I know we have a lot to do, especially me. We have some huge announcements that will be coming up next week, guys. This is going to be a game changer for us, for all of us, and I can't wait for that. But first and foremost, let us dive into our beloved TRONCHAIN. So I'm just going to share the screen here, and we are going to have a look at what we refer to as the world's first decentralized community support fund on the TRON blockchain. It is a DeFi support model which is built on the smart contract technology. Everything here is by the people and for the people. It is the most transparent peer-to-peer decentralized support system in the world. Now, before we go into what TRONCHAIN really is, I want us to have a look at what a smart contract is, because having a basic understanding of this is highly important. Now, a smart contract itself is actually a self-executing contract that has a program protocol to follow and is deployed on the public blockchain, meaning it's transparent to all and it can only do what the protocol says it to do. So a smart contract can store value, it can execute transfers when the requirements of this contract has been met. And the cool thing about this, or the important thing here, is that it has the characteristics of being immutable. That means tamper-proof, scam-proof, fair, just, open, and fully transparent. And this is what drives so many and so much traffic to the smart contract industry right now. Now, a smart contract will act strictly according to the pre-written rules of the contract. That means nothing less, nothing more. It is 100% decentralized, and that means there's no central point, such as a company or any authority, in control of this contract. It cannot be stopped, it cannot be shut down, and you cannot be banned from the program. It runs on the blockchain, and nobody can stop the blockchain either. That's the beauty of the blockchain and the smart contract technology. Now, there are also no limits to what a smart contract algorithm can do. The smart contract is there to simply perform the action it has been programmed to do when the requirements have been met, of course, and then without the need of a third party or a human intervention. That is all we use today. Third parties, someone to verify this, someone to do that, an authorization for this, a notarization for that. We don't need that anymore. We have the smart contract technology, and that is the self-executing contract, which will do what it says it's said to do when the requirements are met. Now, looking at TRONCHAIN, this smart contract has been designed to provide everyone with a DeFi support fund. It is fully based on the TRON blockchain and smart contract technology, of course, and any participant can contribute to TRX towards the community fund. They can support the TRONCHAIN community members, and by doing so, they will activate the contract code. Now, this supporter will now start to receive support back from other community members themselves. So TRONCHAIN is 100% decentralized and a community-based project. That means there are no guarantee nor additional profits generated in the project. All that you receive from TRONCHAIN is received from other community members, as this is a peer-to-peer support model. The thing is, you support others and others support you back. That is what TRONCHAIN is all about, building that first decentralized community support fund by us, for us. It can actually be viewed as a decentralized third party, which ensures fairness, transparency, and justice for all according to the algorithm code. Now, it's also important to know that there are no mediators or intermediaries. There's no owner, no company, no human interaction, and all of this is effectively guaranteeing the fairness of all participating partners and partners' funds according to the rules of the smart contract. Now, how does it work? Well, by depositing TRX to the TRONCHAIN Community Fund, you will now activate the contract code, and 24 hours after, you will start to receive your first 1% daily return. That's right. You make a deposit, you will start to receive 1% every single day. You will receive this every day until 310% has been received as support back from the community. That 310% can be received in 4 different ways. Everyone has the one which is passive, and then you have 3 optional by marketing. When you have accumulated 310% or received that as support through any of the 4 ways, a new deposit needs to be made equal or greater to continue to receive from the fund. Now, everyone, as I said, will receive 1% daily return on your deposit. This goes for a maximum of 310 days. It is 100% passive to all community members. Now, the 3 optionals are as following. Let's say you want to help and grow this community. You will now receive a 10% direct referral commission for each and every single partner you bring in. And not just once, every time they make a deposit. You will also receive a matching commission on your partner's daily ROI. So it's not just a once-off. You can actually receive a matching every single time a partner makes a withdrawal. And finally, we have a daily top sponsor pool. For those who really want to go for it, for those who really want to build, those 4 who accumulate the most volume of Tron during 24 hours will be rewarded with a tremendous, tremendous reward from that daily pool. We're going to have a look at them in detail. Now, the 1% of the is pretty straightforward. It is 1% of the amount given as support to the community fund will be given back daily to all users by the system algorithm, up to the point when the maximum income limit of 310 is received. So let's suppose that you support the fund with 1,000 TRX. You can now receive 3,100 back. Every 24 hours, you will receive 10 TRX until 310 days, or until you receive the maximum 310 through any of the other 3 ways. So it's whichever reaches first. Everything accumulates towards the 310. The more you do, the faster you will receive your 310%, because you will have the direct commission, which is awarded to the sponsor every time a direct partner makes a deposit, the first deposit and any future redeposits as well. So it's 10% of the deposit amount. It will go directly to the sponsor. So if they deposit 1,000 TRX, you will receive 100. Now, there are no limits to how many direct partners you can have. This is a unilevel structure, meaning you can have 10, you can have 100, you can have 1,000 people on your front line, and you'll receive a 10% commission from each and every one of them every time they make a deposit. Now, you also have the matching commission, and this is leveraging on a high level. A lot of people haven't really understood the power in this comp plan, but once they realize it, there is no stopping them. You know, the matching commission here will be based upon your partner's 1% daily return. That means, you know, everyone in the entire community receives 1% depending on their deposit. And the matching commission that you will receive will be awarded every time a downline partner makes a withdrawal of this 1%. You can actually receive up to 15 levels of partners. It all depends on how many direct partners you bring in, because you will have 1 level added for each direct partner. That means, let's say that you have 15 directs, the maximum. Every single partner, 15 levels down, whenever they make a withdrawal of that 1% that they receive every single day, you receive a matching commission. Based upon which level they are, you receive a different. On all your directs, you have a 30% match. If someone withdraws 1,000 TRX, you will receive 300. On all partners on level 2 to 5, you have 10%. All partners on level 6 to 10, you have an 8%. And all partners on level 10 to 15, you have a 5%. Now, this might start out low, but this is building, this is leveraging, this is kind of like you compound the entire community that you build. And the more you do and the longer you do it, the more you will receive. This is where you can build yourself a substantial residual income built and based on smart contracts. It cannot go away. Now, the daily top sponsor pool, let's talk about that. So 3% of all deposits to TronChain is added to the daily top sponsor pool. 10% of this pool is awarded to the top 4 sponsors of the Tron volume every single day. The remaining 90% is rolled over into the next day's pool to continue to increase the rewards as more deposits comes in. Now, the allocation of the 10% will be as following. It will be 40, 30, 20, 10. Right now, this pool is more than 2.5 million Tron, meaning that more than 250,000 TRX is being shared among the top 4 sponsors every single day in this community. I mean, if that is not rewarding those who do, I don't know what. Now let's talk about the minimum and the maximum deposit limits, because we need to have this in order to increase and maximize the sustainability. We cannot allow anyone to come in and just deposit 10, 30, 50, 100 million Tron and drain the fund. So we have a first deposit all the way up to 4th. Minimum is 100 all the way up to 100 on your first, 100,000. Now, once you have deposited, you need to complete. That means receive the full 310 before you can make a second. That needs to be equal or greater than the previous. You can now deposit up to 300,000. Your third deposit needs to be equal or greater than the previous, up to 900. And the fourth deposit and any after, meaning that there's no limit to how many deposits you can do. Only the deposit amount needs to be equal or greater, up to 2 million. So that means 2 million TRX is the maximum amount that you can support the fund with at once. But as said, you will have unlimited cycles and redeposits. Now let's have a look at the full algorithm distribution of the funds going into TronChain. Out of the 100% that is being deposited, 5% goes away as a platform fee, 3% it goes away to the daily pool, 10% goes instantly out as the direct referral commission, while 82%, my friends, 82% is stored in the contract and distributed through daily 1%, including the matching bonuses. That means that 82% of whatever everyone deposits to TronChain goes out to every single member in TronChain. Everyone is receiving the 1% every single day due to this unique algorithm where everyone supports everyone. This is what I would call a true community build. Now, finishing off with a couple important notes, TronChain is, as we know, a community-based project. There's no company, there's no CEO, there's no additional profits being made. It is all based upon us and what we do. This will be as long as we want it to. It is 100% decentralized, meaning there is no one who controls this fund. The smart contract of TronChain is what does it all. And it's peer-to-peer transactions through a smart contract, meaning there is no third party involved. When the 310% is received, a new deposit must be made to continue earning or receiving from any of the 4 ways. And the minimum entry is, as I said, 100 TRX. We are open to all participants. There's no restrictions, less than $4 to join, and you can build yourself a substantial income on smart contracts. And the unique here about TronChain, of course, there are no referrals required in order to receive. The 1% pays out daily to all members, 100% passive. Out of the 62,000 members we have in just 6 weeks, 62,000 members have received from the TronChain fund. If that is not unique, I don't know what. And as we know, we can increase the speed of our returns by helping out to grow and share this community through marketing and sharing of TronChain. And finally, as we all know now, admin is right now developing, we're not even aiming, we are developing a complete ecosystem of DeFi services which will be surrounding and supporting the TronChain community fund. We are just weeks away of deploying the first few services, which will be, among other, a decentralized exchange and a DEX aggregator. We're also looking at a lending platform. There are so much coming and happening in the background right now, and all of this will be shared next week. So guys, be excited, keep sharing this community and growing it as much as possible, because this is the foundation of what we're doing. Everything that we're doing will be surrounding and supporting our 2 main community funds, and we are at a very, very good spot. With that, guys, we are going to drop off the share. We are going to see if there are any questions on the line. If there are any quick questions, please drop them in the chat box, and we will see if we can have the reply to them. Now, what I would like to say and like to talk while you guys, if you have any, while you're typing in your questions. No, actually, I don't do them in Swedish yet. I haven't started doing them. I only do them in English. If somebody wants to, we have a few Swedish leaders that will be starting to do them soon, 2 or 3 times a week. Absolutely. So that is something that I actually wanted to talk about, because as a community, guys, it is tremendously important for us all to, pull our little weight. Yes, we have everyone and anyone who can come in and be passive, but then we also have the leaders, the builders that are here to actually sustain and help build this, because this is what's important. Now, and everyone who feels themselves as a marketer, if you have anything that you feel that you can contribute towards this community, like hosting a Zoom in your native language, or have a conference, or do a table talk meeting, anything like that, go for it, do it, because it's people like you that make this community go forward. Absolutely, it's not the passive ones. They are here to support us that are doing the active work. They're also here. That is why everyone receives, but it is the active ones that is the ones that sustain it. That is what a community build is. And of course, we have multiple services coming up. As said, we're not even looking into DeFi. We are doing DeFi. We are deploying. We have several services that we are in beta stage of. We will be deploying them within the next couple, I don't want to be too with the timing. Let's see, next 3 to 4 weeks, we will be having them deployed on the Tron blockchain, fueling our main funds, creating that additional income. So our eclipse-city ecosystem is finally taking, it's coming together. People are starting to realize what we are doing and what we are creating. It all started with EtherChain, came over to TronChain. We now have CyberChain. Everything is falling into place because right now, guys, we have a community of more than 100,000 members in the Eclipse City. 100,000 members in less than 3 months. And guys, this is barely only the beginning. We're just scratching the surface. What is to come is going to blow everyone away. I can guarantee you in the next 30 days, we're going to have another 100,000 members in this community. So guys, you are on the front row for everything, and it is my pleasure to have you guys on this journey with me. It is a joy to do this because this community is just amazing. The positive energy and the shared vision of truly doing something great, making a difference, that is, what is you're just excited to wake up in the morning. I am, at least. All right, let me see what we have for the questions here. So absolutely, with the Swedish presentations there, Carl, we will be having them done. They will be starting up very soon. We will absolutely be having somebody to do the finish as well. We just need to find them first. Let me see here. You do it all over the world. This is the most sustainable one. That is absolutely correct, guys. We have a truly, truly sustainable model here. This is not like those, what can I say, kind of half fraudulent programs that say, come to us, we're going to give you 8%, 20%, 29% a day. It's just not sustainable. But guys, 1% a day with a community effort and everything that we're doing with the ecosystem, we will be able to do this for decades and decades to come, supporting millions and millions of people around this world. We are much more than just your average smart contract. We have a vision. We have a plan and a mission, and we're executing it with all of your help. Can it reach more than $1 in the next year? All right, so when it comes to price speculations and stuff like that, I'm not really into that. I'm not going to say anything about it. I am happy if it stays where it is. I'm happy if it goes down. I'm even more happy if it goes up. For me and for all of us, it should be about accumulating as many tokens as possible. That means TRX coins. It's not about the value of it, because the value will come. It's like I say, a lot of people, or there's a quote that I like to say, that is, don't try to be a person of success. Try to be a person of value, because success will follow. And the same comes when it comes to these kind of coins and tokens. Don't look at the value of the token. Look at how many tokens you got, because the value will come. That's how it is. Let me see. What else do we have? Bring DeFi Eclipse TRC20 token for yield farming. Roshan, yeah, spot on. You got us. That is absolutely one of the things we're doing. Guys, the DeFi service, or the DeFi industry on Tron is basically non-existent. It is basically non-existent. There's 3 services which has been deployed by Justin Sun himself in order to start things, you know, so that other developers can go in. And that is the analog of DAO Maker, where we'd have with the oh, what is it? The USDJ, the stable coin, so that you can do. You have JustSwap, which is an analog of Uniswap from Ethereum. Then you have what's the last one? Oh, JustLend. JustLend will open, I believe, in a week or something like that. So he's bringing in 3 platforms, but the main thing was that analog of MakerDAO that is creating the stable coin, because this is what creates liquidity. This is where you can start to create interest. This is where we can start to develop DeFi, and that's it. Is exactly what we're going to do. We're actually even, you know, this is kind of, you know, talking a little bit ahead, but I don't know if anybody saw that article from Justin where he was talking about wrapping BTC and wrapping Ethereum on the Tron blockchain into a value and be able to use that for DeFi. I shouldn't even be mentioning or talking about this, but you know, he says he says he wants to do it. Well, we're going to do it before him. You have no idea, guys, the partners we have with the that are backing us up as well. we have a lot coming up. We are going to we're not going to wrap Ethereum though. We're probably going to wrap Bitcoin as a TRC20 token, and we're going to be able to use that as liquidity in our DeFi services. You know, this is going to be amazing, guys. You have no idea what we're going to do. And talking about yield farming and DeFi tokens and all that, every project on DeFi needs a token. It has a utility for it. So guys, we are going to be creating millionaires after millionaires after millionaires. Because why? We are going to be dominating the DeFi space on Tron. Yes, the massive one is on Ethereum right now. $10 billion locked into those smart contracts. Well, there's nothing on Tron, but the potential is just as big. The amount of value tokens is huge, and the community of Tron is, I would almost dare to say, bigger than Ethereum. It is tremendous. I'm just seeing more and more and more. It does not have the same value. It will never be able to compete. Ethereum is, you know, the queen, so to say. You have the king, you have the queen, then you have, you know, others. But Tron is definitely one of the highest potential blockchains on the market, and it has a community bigger than most of them. And we are going to, instead of just getting a piece of the pie on Ethereum, we're going to get the whole goddamn cake on Tron. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that we are the ones that will conquer that market, make sure that we provide the top-notch best services to each and every one. And this will not be networks. This will be DeFi. This will be, why do you think $10 billion are going into DeFi smart contracts and not MLM smart contracts? Because it's not for everyone. People want security. They don't want this, they don't want that. They want to have something that is 100% guaranteed, that is not this, is not that, and this is what we're going to provide with them. And they will all fuel the community of Eclipse City. That's the cool thing. That is where the whole, you know, yeah, no, I'm not going to talk too much about this, but yes, I am super excited. I hope you guys are too. Let me see here. All right, yeah. Can you talk about the post I made this morning regarding events? So yes, we are going to divert the what can we say, the admin fees that we have around. So there's a 5% admin fee from Tron Chain. 3% of that admin fee goes to EtherChain, and it has been converted to Ethereum and added into the fund. This has been, as you know, been averaging approximately 90 to 100 Ethereum a week. Now, when 800 Ethereum goes out daily, 100 Ethereum in one day doesn't do much. So instead of just diverting that Ethereum directly into the fund, we are going to use that and divert it to the leaders around this world that are pushing the communities. Now, the same will happen for Tron Chain. So the ID1 of Cyberchain, that will be split 50-50 between Tron Chain and EtherChain. that will be used for marketing as well. It will not just be added to the fund, because it doesn't do as, it can be added, it will do some, but if we push with the market, if we do events, conferences, meetings, if we support the leaders that are 100% committed to this, to pull this marketing through, it will do 1,000 times more. Instead of putting 100,000 in, it can generate 10 million instead, because of what the leaders are able to do. So we are taking a new approach for that, to make sure that, the community is building this. So those who are building it will get the support to make sure that they could continue to build it. So that is what the 3% admin fee from TronChain to EtherChain will now go exclusively to the leaders that are go exclusively to promote EtherChain itself, events. Nothing, it's not about it's not about Eclipse City, it's all about EtherChain. Now the 50-50 that comes from CyberChain to EtherChain and TronChain, that will be, or it will actually be a 30-30-30, so that we can spend 30 for marketing of CyberChain, 30 for EtherChain, and 30 for TronChain, and make sure that we can push out and build this community, and all of this community, all three of them, to the max. So that is some of the plans that we have and that we've been discussing among the leadership in this community, and we have taken that decision, and we are certain that this will generate so much more. So we're looking forward to that. We are already going to be seeing plenty of events happening next week, or within a week to 10 days. We will have events coming up next weekend, so to say, already confirmed, booked, set. So we will be giving out times and dates and make sure that everyone knows. I do know it will be in Germany, it will be in New Zealand, it will be in the United States, it will be in Africa, it will be all over the place. We are taking things to the next level, and we will do the exact same thing for TronChain and for CyberChain, the entire Eclipse City ecosystem. All right, let me see here. Tron the Dark Knight, are they going to be streamed? I'm not really sure. I'm going to bring you, if you're ready up, Carl, I'm going to unmute you. I didn't understand that last question.
Yeah, with the events, the events that are going around, I got a couple of questions regarding them. Okay,
Yep.
Just a clarification that the money that you're putting aside for promotion and stuff like that, that goes toward that. You're not giving that to the actual leaders. You're actually paying for the events. Is that how that's going to work?
Well, both yes and no. Some of these leaders I've been working with for a long time. They have already been doing and conducting several events, as you've been seeing on the images.
Yep.
Or that. So, and these leaders, I trust fully with what we're doing. I see that the money is being spent. So, and I also get, they send me what they used it for.
Okay, I just, I've just. You and I have been around the industry a long time, and I just want to make sure that that money goes to what it's supposed to be going to. Okay, that's all.
I know, absolutely. I am personally, it's all about, honesty, ethics, and staying.
I trust you, Andreas. I trust you. It's just I want to make sure that nobody abuses that.
Absolutely,
what you're offering, right?
There will be nobody who can come to me and say, "Hey, I'm a leader. I want to do an event. Can you support me with this?" And they will get money. That won't happen if I don't know the person, if I haven't seen them, if I haven't seen them work or do an event already. It ain't happening. It's only people that I personally trust, that have been a part of building this community for more or less since day one,
Awesome.
that have taken that already done it on their own initiative, and now I will amp them up and have them do this once a week instead of once a month.
Okay, so the streaming part that I'm talking about is it going to be kind of a live recorded, like live, so it can be streamed on the internet, so that we can watch, from the distance, and we can invite people to these events virtually.
Yeah, that is a very good idea. Thanks. That we will do that, absolutely.
because I think we would build 100 times faster if we streamed the live events from every country.
Yeah.
Because not everybody can hop on a plane and get to these things, but we can all participate virtually. Right?
That was a brilliant idea. We're actually going to do that. I'm going to make sure that we have that all of the leaders that are now setting up the events, that they will have a streamline so that they can actually have that live going online, and also do a recording of everything, and so we can post these videos as well.
Because we will blow this thing up if we do that, because there's nobody streaming live.
They're not.
And we could be the first on that.
Exactly, and that's the thing. We are different,
We
are
definitely
different,
are, buddy.
and we're gonna make a difference.
Awesome.
Right.
Thanks.
My pleasure, my friend. Let me see here. Full screen mode. It's called a virtual event. Yes. Let me see here. Are funds from 𝘙𝘦𝘤𝘶𝘤𝘤 and tronchain reinvested into 𝘙𝘦𝘤𝘤𝘤? No, they are not. So all funds from 𝘙𝘦𝘤𝘶𝘤𝘤𝘤 and tronchain goes to the community members of 𝘙𝘦𝘤𝘶𝘤𝘤𝘤 and tronchain. 𝘙𝘦𝘤𝘤𝘤 was supposed to feed the fund of 𝘙𝘦𝘤𝘶𝘤𝘤𝘤 and tronchain a little bit, but now it will feed the marketing. It will feed the leaders' marketing and the marketing material. We will have a funnel system going up, or all of this will go as well as according to the events that we now have been talking about. And yes, we have some restrictions with the current lockdowns that we need to take into consideration. What I've seen, especially in Germany, is that they limit people to 50 in gatherings, so they end up being 45 people at a meeting, and they do several meetings at a day or something. So it's always ways around. That's the thing. If we want to find an issue, if you want to find a way for not doing it, we will. If we want to find a way for doing it, we will. It's very, very simple that way. It's all about the mindset. So, but thanks for bringing that up, because it is something that many people are, it's been restricting me. If it wasn't for this COVID thing, I would have been in probably more than 20 countries already, hosting events and doing all this. But I'm limited as well. So once this goes over, this is going to blow up. We're going to have international events in every single country we're in, all over the place. That's for sure. All right, guys. Yeah, I think this was a good call. We had a good presentation. We have been talking a little bit about what's happening around in the ecosystem, around the new approach that we will be taking. So, guys, show the community who you are. Show the community that you want to do that extra, that you want to do presentations. You are already hosting presentations, meetings. Proofs of that, pictures. Post this into the community, because that will stand you out as a community leader. And if you want to do more, and if you want to be supported to do that more, you got to show us what you're doing as well. So, guys, every one of you who are leading this community, who are participating in building and taking that responsibility, please be kind and document what you're doing and show me. Because if you can show me what you're doing and show me that you can do this, you will be supported from us. So, guys, let us have some fun. Let us continue to build our legacy. We are barely just beginning. We have a joyful ride ahead of us, and I cannot wait to share with all of you. Looking forward to next week. We have some amazing, amazing updates. And yeah, as said here from Don, thank you, Carl, for your leadership. You have tremendous insights, and I love speaking to you here on these calls. So we're going to have to do that more often. All right, guys, take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.